What's good, everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, give you that raw content that you deservedly need. In today's video will be about the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. The question is, who will win? I've looked over the stats, I looked over some film, and I truly believe that the Kansas City Chiefs will win until proven otherwise. We all know that Tom Brady is the GOAT. He's earned it. He's outperformed a lot of teams. He's risen to the occasion. This will be his 10th Super Bowl. But Patrick Mahomes is a bad man.
Facts.
In the words of hairline Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to him. But Patrick Mahomes is a beast, man. Just imagine a young Aaron Rodgers, but with an even more lethal arm. That's who he is. And you got Tyreek Hill. If you can't even slow him down to 100, it's going to be a long night. And I don't think the Bucs have the corners that can not even stop him, because you can't stop Tyreek Hill, but slow him down. Now, I know this was earlier in the season when they played against the Chiefs, meaning the Buccaneers. It was a travesty. Tyreek Hill in that game had 269 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Let me repeat that. Tyreek Hill had 269 yards against the Bucs in Week 4. They have to clean that up ASAP. There is some good news. Vita Vea came back, and he was very instrumental to the Bucs winning against the Packers. He helped stuff the run. But in this game, it's all about corners. You can have all the run stuff and all you want on your team, but if you don't have any shutdown corners, it's going to be a long night. So, Brother Rev, what's your opinion on this matchup?
Peace to the Most High, man. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to the General, the President, DJ Raw Uncut Truth. I gotta say, brother, I am 100% in line with your analysis of this game, man. It's gonna be a long night for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, unless the Brady refs get involved. Because it's as much as people give him credit, Tom Brady, and I got to give him a level of credit as well. There's always something shady surrounding each championship he has or each playoff run he has. You know what I'm saying? There's always a ref. There's always a gate. There's always a deflated ball. There's always something. So if those refs don't get involved, then if everything is fair and balanced, the Chiefs should win. What I'm expecting them to do, DJ, I'm expecting them to bracket Tyreek Hill this game. You can't let the guy who got 269 yards, and most of those yards came in the first half. You can't let that guy get off on you again. And, you know, sports is a lot about narratives. Coaches are proud, so they're going to go into that game planning to stop Tyreek Hill. And they're probably going to be thinking if it's a way to get him out of the game or get him out of the floor of the game at least, then they have a chance of winning the game. Bracket coverage. You got those two ends coming off. They had a good game against Aaron Rodgers. You got Ghostin out there. Jason Pierre-Paul. You got Ndamukong Suh as well. So I mean, they have a puncher's chance. If they win, it won't be because of Brady. I know that much. It'll be because of that defense being able to keep Kansas City in check and Brady doing just enough.
Let me add on to that and shout out to Mr. Jones, representing New Media. Shout out to Rainely Sanchez. She says Tom Brady's the GOAT, no doubt. True the King says I got the Chiefs, but Bucks got Brady, so that's tough. Here's what people fail to realize. I know that Tom Brady had 3 interceptions against the Packers, but if you looked at the game, 2 of them is because of drop passes. The drop passes was so bad that Mike Evans literally through the whole game pointed at himself like, my bad. One of them was on Brady. That was a horrible pick. But that first half, Tom Brady was on fire, brother. Like, Tom Brady was slinging that thing. It just in the second half, the drops made it difficult in the second half. So Brady had to be more cautious, and it didn't work. He had 3 picks. So if he can play against the Chiefs like he did in the first half, they have a puncher's chance. Like you said, this game can be a myriad of things. It depends how the ball swings. A key turnover, a penalty. You know how these things go.
Facts.
I don't want to see a tuck rule. I don't want to see that. I remember when I was young, I was so ticked off, and this is me when I was just getting into football. I didn't even know that much about the Raiders, but I wanted them to win. And let's just hope this is a clean game, 2 Goliaths going at it. But I tell you this, if Tom Brady wins this matchup, there will never be a player eclipse that achievement. Not just the 7th Super Bowl ring, if he gets it, but to beat a rising Patrick Mahomes is something that I don't think any quarterback can achieve.
DJ,
what's up, bro?
You know what, man? The more you talk about it, I'm about to change my pick, man.
Wait, you changing your pick?
Yeah, DJ. The more you talk about it, you got me thinking, brother. Let me tell you where I'm coming from. Shout out to DZ the King. Shout out to True the King. Shout out to DZ King Sports Network. Shout out to Daniel Sims. What's going on, brother? Shout out to Brother Jones. I see you in here. Red Pill Alpha. Y'all get the gang in here, man. Hit the like button, share the video. DJ, let me tell you why, man. I was telling y'all about the Steve Coakley lecture that he used to always quote, "Don't let them play you for your own sandwich." Don't let them play you for your own sandwich. And he was talking about black people in this country always having to go above and beyond just to feel as though they're equal. We can't allow them to steal a narrative. I remember when Cam Newton played. I'm about to get deep. I got to get deep, DJ. You did it, bro. You did it. You did it, brother. And we can volley this back and forth. It's all relevant to the game. I remember when Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers and they were playing the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning that season had been absolutely garbage trash. Noodle arm, throwing interceptions the entire year. A lot of social unrest was going on at the time. Mike Brown had just been murdered. I think Tamir Rice had been murdered, but a lot of things were going on. The verdicts were coming out. People weren't happy, all of this stuff. To the point where the Carolina Panthers it was a big deal made about it. They wore like some Black Panther gear to their practice. You know what I'm saying? They had like mask on and all of that. But anyway, the game comes and Cam Newton, who was the MVP of the league that year, he ended up losing that game and he played terrible. And people have questioned the last play where he fumbles the ball and it looks like he didn't attempt to get it. I personally feel like the fix was in. If you got a guy in Peyton Manning that year I think in the AFC Championship game, he only threw for like 59 yards. As potent as that Carolina Panthers offense was, I still struggle to see how in the hell they won that game. Now, to me, I could get deep and say that was a game against, with a black quarterback. With the first time I think a black quarterback would have won the Super Bowl since Doug Williams of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of things were going on in the country, so I don't know what kind of message that would have sent. Also, you had instances like Marshawn Lynch on the 1-yard line and the team wanting Marshawn Lynch to run that touchdown in, but they went to the pass with Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson was considered the safer brother at the time. I'm saying all that to say this. When you talk up what's on the line for the New England Patriots, and you talk up, I mean, not the New England Patriots, for Tom Brady and his legacy, and him getting 7 rings, and him beating this biracial quarterback, and him being able to cement his status as the GOAT, I'm officially ready to change my pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't see if it's an opportunity for Tom Brady to really cement his greatness and that imagery to be burned into the general public's eyes. DJ, the way you was talking it up, bro, I just saw it unfolded on the field. The Chiefs are not going to win this game. I don't think they're going to win, bro. Now, y'all can check back with me Monday. If I was right, I was a genius. If not, I'm a conspiracy theorist. But DJ, when you was just talking, I was thinking, man, damn, that shit. I mean, it just don't sound like nothing he'll lose.
Bro, that's that's some what we call that trill conspiracy, my brother.
Right. Right. I mean, but you like it's how you was talking. I was just really picturing it when you were saying. I was like, yo, they gonna let this boy lose this game. Do you remember the AFC Championship game against the Jaguars like 3 years ago?
Yes.
When the Jags were beating their ass, and then in the second half, the Patriots started getting all of these.
Yeah, they were. And like True the King said, that Denver defense was so elite. I know they didn't get their just due, but the Denver defense in 2015 was lethal. Nobody was talking about it because, hey, Cam Newton was swagging out. Cam Newton was and the Panthers were the fun team in the NFL.
Facts.
To be honest, they overlooked Von Miller and company, and then Chris Harris, a shutdown corner. The Denver defense in 2015, metric wise, is the best modern day defense. Some say better than Legion of Boom. Legion of Boom has the popularity, but if you look at points per game, points given up, uh, the Denver defense in 2015 did a better job statistically. So there was nothing to sneeze at. But I was ticked off when Cam lost that Super Bowl. I was pissed off. He would have been the first, like, when I say brother, I mean real brother, like just keeping it real, just unfiltered to win it.
Has Cam been the game? Has Cam been the same since that game?
No, he
And
has
did you
not.
feel like Cam was playing up to his potential that game?
No, he could have played better. I also want to make this point that True the King said every Super Bowl Brady has played is clean.
Live.
That's the key. He knows his game. He's like a robot. He has a D line defense backing him up. He has a good running game. And watch out for Leonard Fournette. He's been on a rise. Every time in these Super Bowls each year, it's always the unsung hero. It may not be the quarterback. Leonard Fournette could go off and help them win the Super Bowl. The way he's running, he's looking like Adrian Peterson out there.
Yeah, Fournette has been making some crucial plays this playoff, DJ. Like I said, I'm sticking to what I'm saying. I'm not gonna. God, man, I really want to say some things, bro. I'm editing it, but I just don't. I don't buy the myth of Brady, man. I don't want to get into it. I'm an NFC, and it's not even that I don't like Brady. It's not that, because I respect Brady because where he was drafted, and I respect the system he was in, and I respect his hunger to still be great at this age. But I try not to, and I'm gonna speak in code. I try not to get whitewashed by mainstream media. I got to look at things for what they are. We can't disrespect the Buccaneers. I've been hearing them say on First Take and Skip and Shannon Undisputed all week that the Buccaneers are awful, and the Buccaneers, like Tom Brady just came to this horrible team. Stop the cap, bro. Look, once again,
Thank you.
As a recovering Falcon fan, the Bucs might have the best receiving core in the NFC South, top 5 in the NFL. Like that's real, especially when AB is healthy. You got Godwin that went crazy last year. Mike Evans has not since he's been in the league. He hasn't had a year under 1,000 yards. Those are Hall of Fame numbers. They got OJ Howard when he's not injured. They got Bray. They got a lot of weapons. It's not like he went to the Jets. He went to a team. If you give Tom Brady Mike Evans, that should be enough alone. To be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I know he had some drops against the Packers, but Mike Evans is a baller, bro. And he's 6'5". He's a box out receiver. You know, you're going up against, 6'1", 6'2" quarterbacks. Really, every play is a mismatch. And because in the red zone, you can't really bracket on the boundaries, you can never really double him on the boundary. So it's a match made in heaven. And they have Grunk, who makes a lot of clutch plays still. So it's not like he went somewhere and the cupboard was bare. I'm just saying, if all things are equal and billion-dollar people who pay, $1 billion for Super Bowl commercials and ads, and things like that, if they're not invested in this game and everything is fair, it's no way in the hell the Bucs should beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are too loaded, and we have never seen a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. Never. So if all things are equal, and we don't see any funny calls, and like True the King said, if there's no funny ass calls, the Chiefs should really beat them by 2 touchdowns. They really should. But DJ got me thinking, man. I don't know.
Brother, let me read this real quick. Rainley Sanchez, shout out to her for always supporting new media. She says, Patrick Mahomes is too talented. Regardless who wins, it'll be a good game. I'd like to see Brady win, though, especially towards the end of his career. He's a GOAT. Mahomes is the future. That's pretty much it. Tom Brady, no matter if you like him or not, I mean, he's the GOAT. He's accomplished a lot of stuff in the NFL. And you know why he accomplished it? He's very good at third down. I've seen the Patriots have good defense. I've seen the Patriots have bad defense. But the one consistent thing is Tom Brady, for some reason in the playoffs, knows how to navigate his receivers into getting first downs. Converting third downs is so essential of your team winning the game. If you don't have that, your chances of winning is slim. Daniel Sims says, it's not even that. I've been a Brady fan since he played for Michigan. People don't like Brady mainly because they're tired of him being in the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. They're always tired of a winner. You know how that goes.
Yeah, and that's yeah, if you're tired of this man because he's winning, that's a loser mentality. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Alabama fan. And when people say that crazy stuff, I'll be like, bro, win, beat them. If you're tired of them winning, then beat them. But it's just with me, I agree with Renalise Sanchez when a lot of funky stuff went on. Like we can't ignore the history. Like I can only imagine if this was a black quarterback, if he had the history that Tom Brady and the Patriots had, shit, they probably wouldn't even count the Super Bowls. Look at Barry Bonds. Everybody in baseball was cheating using steroids, but for some reason, Barry Bonds is the poster child. And to follow up on another comment, Cat Prince said, I think Mahomes will win, Rev. They got to market the next GOAT. I'm not sure they're ready to have a black quarterback be the face of NFL quarterbacks GOATs. Like, no, I don't believe that. Stephen Hairline Smith said this week, Monday, he said, I'm tired of people giving Mahomes all this credit when it's really his weapons doing the job. When the hell has anybody ever said that about Brady? Now, anybody that really evaluates quarterbacks, I'm just being real. I'm being 100% real. Anybody who looks at quarterback, I'm just talking about talent. I'm not talking about the great things that Brady does on third down, because DJ is absolutely right. Like I said, the guy he knows the system. He's very smart. He's intelligent. He's a gamer. So I ain't taking nothing away from him. When you look at natural talent, Tom Brady doesn't have 3% of the talent that Patrick Mahomes has. He doesn't. He doesn't. He just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to ask, since we're saying this about Patrick Mahomes' weapons, if you put Patrick Mahomes in an offset of the West Coast offense, which is what the New England Patriots ran, and you're dumping down the tight ends and running backs and slot receivers that are matched up with linebackers, Patrick Mahomes don't at least have 3 rings with the talent that he has. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to slight.
Patrick Mahomes, he's so talented, man. Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is so talented that he could play in any system. He could play in a run-centric offense. He could play in air raid. He could play on pistol. He could play on. And he got legs. He got an arm. He got all the tools. West Coast offense or not, it's really advanced his game. I can't lie. The Andy Reid system has brought the best out of Patrick Mahomes. We cannot lie.
Facts.
But he's so advanced now that he could play a variety of systems. But if it wasn't for Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes wouldn't be Patrick Mahomes. I remember Patrick Mahomes was some little skinny 6'2", 6'3" kid from a little small town in a football camp, and he was a 3-star. He was an unknown, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was an unknown. I got a family member, a brother that, when he was playing football, he'd be at all these camps, and the quarterbacks that were ahead of him, we were sure they were going to be superstars, but they weren't. He defeated the odds, so he's really an underdog. I know he's famous now, but he really proved doubters wrong.
You know what's crazy, man? When he was at Texas Tech, that's when I started to notice Patrick Mahomes, because Texas Tech's defense was awful, and they were really they didn't have the Michael Crabtree Texas Tech receiver the year he was there. So a lot of those games he was winning in the Big 12, he shouldn't have been winning. You know what I'm saying? Then I watched his pro day, and I watched this kid throw the ball 80 yards. You know what I mean? So just really just looking at it, man. And shout out to Alabama, man. Shout out to Chris Banks. What part of Alabama you in, bro? You in the 334 or you in the 205, man? Let it be known. But yeah, man. So like man, DJ, I don't know, man. Like, just looking at all things even, I would say the Chiefs. Both teams got 2 dominant pass rushers. Both teams have playmakers on the back end. Honey Badger, he's a gamer. He's got a chip on his shoulder. We can't forget about Miko Hardman, who was a dynamic punt returner for the Chiefs. What do you think is going to come down to on the field, DJ? What is going to be the pivotal thing that you're going to be looking for to see where the game is trending?
Let me elaborate. Chris Banks says, who's going to choke? This is going to play into my argument. Whoever makes the less mistakes will win. Whoever avoids the turnovers is going to be the winner. And let's say the Chiefs lose this game, right, brother? Here's the scary part with the Kansas City Chiefs. I brought this up a while ago on my show. With Patrick Mahomes' contract, for it being 10 years, the Chiefs are able to stretch out the cap, meaning that they can move the cap any way they want. That means they can keep Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, and add more players on offense and defense. So even if they lose the Super Bowl, they have a chance to win multiple Super Bowls. And that's the scary part. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, as you know. I hear Cowboy fans always talking about, when we get everybody back, Dak and Zeke, we're going to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, no. We have no defense. We have incompetent coaches, no discipline, pampered players. they won't be a Super Bowl team next year. I just want to see them to have consistency. But teams like the Cowboys and everybody else, they have a long way before they could beat a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs run plays now that I haven't seen ever sometimes.
Right.
I mean, they in the lab. Shout out to Eric Bieniemy. I know that Andy Reid gets props and deservedly so, but Eric Bieniemy, I can't believe he's not a head coach.
That's
That that
bullshit.
that brother's cooking stuff out the lab, bro.
It gets no credit for it. Gets no credit for it. They say that it's Andy Reid. The man can't get a head coaching job. It's a joke, man. Look, I'm gonna say it. Not more we talk. I want the Chiefs to beat the brakes off these boys. The more we talk, like DJ is just he bringing it out, man. The more we
Bro,
talk,
you switching, man.
yeah, the more we talk, I want the Chiefs to beat them. I don't think they will after what you said. But the one in me, I really do want Mahomes to beat the hell out that dude. Like straight up, because if the kid has the tools to be the GOAT, I want him to have a fair chance to be the GOAT. Just like DZ King Sports Network TV said. I want this kid to have a fair chance to be the GOAT. I don't want to hear no bullshit. If he busts this boy head open on the field and the Chiefs win, he's in an argument because no one would have done what he has done this quickly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about like even Brady's first Super Bowls, man. We know that was the kicker. It always came down to the kicker. Patrick Mahomes, a lot of times, is the dominant force for the Chiefs. Even though, like somebody said, though, Tyreek Hill, man, if Tyreek Hill leaves this game at any point, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, they need Tyreek Hill now. I know he doesn't get the credit like Patrick Mahomes, but Tyreek Hill's that dude. And also, DZ King Sports Network TV says the Bucs are a talented team. They just didn't have a competent quarterback, meaning last year. That's all they need. All they needed was a quarterback not to turn the ball over 30 times. I mean, they had the talent last year. Like, if they didn't have Brady, if they just had a regular good quarterback that didn't turn over the ball, I think they'll make the playoffs. They just wouldn't have gone to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they would be a playoff team.
Yeah, Brady elevated them to being a Super Bowl team. He's played a role in that. I got to give him credit. And shout out to Shar Johnson. She said Brady gonna win. Cat Prince says, I think Mahomes wins, Rev. They got to market the next GOAT.
I hope you're right, but I don't know about that.
Trust me, if the Chiefs win, you won't hear. If the Chiefs win, I'm not going to be mad. If Tom Brady and the Bucs win, I won't be mad at that either. The Bucs haven't went to a Super Bowl in 20 years.
Facts.
So they fans deserve it. I don't care if you guys don't like Brady and you think he's overrated. If Tom Brady wins and there's no weird plays being had or excuses, because I hate when someone wins and there's excuses.
Right, facts.
So let's have a clean game and see who wins. But it's just like Alabama, like Rev talked about. I'm an Oklahoma Sooner football fan, like their college football team. And I can't stand Bama, but I know they're great.
Right.
I give them props. You gotta give props to teams that are dominants. You know why people hate on dominance? Because it's something that they couldn't do in their own life, right? They weren't able to be as dominant. So when they look at someone perfect, you know how it is when someone got it all. Look at this mug. They think they all that. It's just like Nick Saban. People cannot stand Nick Saban. It's not like Nick Saban did anything wrong. He's always winning. That's why they don't like him.
Yeah, man. If Brady wins and and shout out to Shara Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading y'all comments. Y'all keep that same energy now. I see we building up Brady. I don't want to hear nothing about it. DJ, if he get his head bust, I don't want to hear nothing about him being old or none of that now. If Patrick
bro.
comes out
That
there and balls and beats
that
the brakes off them boys,
that offensive line better protect him.
yeah, that's an issue. That's an issue. And like I was saying, if Brady wins and there's no problems, bro, there's no wild plays like they always have. You gotta take your hat off to that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, especially for him to leave his old team and come to a new system. It's not the team necessarily. The system is different. So you got to take your hat off to that. If Patrick Mahomes wins, I would hate to hear disparaging comments like what I heard from Stephen A. Smith, where it's, oh, well, it's because of his weapons. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. If that young man wins 2 Super Bowls at this young age, 2 years back to back, he starts to enter the GOAT conversation. Because, like you said, he got a long ass contract to play out with a lot of options and a lot of moving room. Do you think if Brady wins, he retires?
Absolutely not. I think he'll play one more year. If I were him, I would retire in the sunset because next year I don't think the Bucks will look like the same team.
True. Yeah, they're gonna have to. One of those receivers are probably gonna go.
If I were him, I'll win it. Like if he wins, he should go on the sunset. Even if he wins or lose, he should go on the sunset, chill with his boo, Giselle Bunchkin, and live the life. He's accomplished everything, man. I'll go to Kokomo, sip me some pina colada, and call it a day if I was Tom Brady.
Yeah, man. You got to walk away after this one because, like you said, the Bucks aren't gonna be the same. They're gonna lose one of those receivers. If he loses, he probably will come back. Um, yeah, he may come back if he loses, but if he wins, I think that's the moment to ride off into the sunset. I didn't. I knew you were an Oklahoma Sooners fan, DJ, but I didn't really. It didn't really register. What was your opinion? And we can get back to the topic, but I'm curious because I know it was a polarizing opinion in your fan base. What was your opinion of Jalen Hurts last year?
Jalen Hurts, he stepped up in ways. He produced some good numbers when his name was called. Um, that last game, and I can't stand the Giants, but that was some F shit right there. They were clearly tanking. They could have won that game against the Washington football team, aka the Redskins. They could have won that game. Jalen Hurts was destroying the Washington football team. It wasn't even funny. And I think that's why Coach Peterson was fired. I think they were trying to make Carson Wentz happy, and they're trying to start Carson Wentz next season. Also, got to read this by DJ King. He says, old media are always ready to unfairly castigate a black quarterback. A lot of these old media heads are sellouts. That was a buffoonery comment from Stephen A. Smith. Well, Stephen A. Smith bought and paid for. So you're never going to get anything real from him. So the things you hear from new media, myself, Rev, and Hoop Jargon, you're not going to hear that from Stephen A., even Shannon Sharp. There was a brother telling me that Shannon Sharp was real. No, he talks the same talking points like everybody else that is paid a big contract. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to be upfront with y'all.
Yeah, that's the facts, brother. That's the facts. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. As everyone is pointing out in the chat, the Bucks do have some pieces on the defensive line. But this is the same team they've already played, so those same defensive pieces were there. They got their defensive tackle back, but other than that, I mean, it's the same defensive pieces there. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to see what game plan the Bucks come up with as far as on defense to stop Tyreek Hill. I'm thinking a bracket coverage. You have a linebacker always shading him when he's in the slot, and have a corner or a nickel corner playing him to the boundary. But that still leaves Kelsey and the other weapons, Hardeman and whoever else they have. That leaves them you know, one-on-one coverage. So it's going to be up to them to beat that one-on-one coverage. As far as the Bucks when they're on offense, Brady's stretching the field without AB. Even though Mike Evans is a great jump ball receiver, he's not a long speed guy. He can run, but he's not elite when it comes to, long speed. So it's going to be really the intermediate game with the tight ends and the slot receivers. And if they can stop that, if they can stop Goodwin, the secondary option, then it'll be a long night. It'll be a long day. It's a very interesting matchup, bro. These teams kind of
Definitely
mirror
is.
each other.
They do. Both rosters are great. The reason why I have the Chiefs winning is the coaching staff, not only Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, the coaching staff. Like they just make enough
Facts.
plays. The Buffalo Bills have the most advanced defense in today's NFL. And they made the Bills look like just like a clown show out there. And I like the Bills. I like their team. But man, they was creating some plays. I'm like, I've never seen that before. Literally. I've never seen it before. And shout out to Cat Prince with a $2.99 super chat. He said Bieniemy will be a head coach after Big Red leaves. That could happen. And if that happens, expect a long I'm talking about long years of success for Kansas City Chiefs. Good luck beating that team. True the King says, unpopular opinion, Patrick Mahomes is all that even he's right now. He's the best right now. Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson are on his heels. They're close, especially Deshaun because he could throw it and run it.
Yeah.
The difference is Mahomes is just he's so scarily good right now that Mahomes could be even better. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He could be better. And shout out to Drop the Mic and check out his YouTube channel. He's going to drop some videos next week. He said, we in the building, new media, no doubt. True the King says they didn't want to give Jalen Hurts that shine. That's exactly what they wanted to do. They didn't want him to be the hero. If he would have won that game, the fans of Philly, because I know how those fans are, they would be yelling, we want Hurts every game next fall.
And see that's my point. I mean, that's my point. You don't want to give Mahomes a shine. That's my absolute point, and that's why I'm worried. I'm not worried. All these lofty things about Brady, I ain't worried about none of that. Yo, if the teams are even on the field, I ain't worried about the game. But if it's some funny, look, the brother brought up an interesting comment. Cat Prince said Mahomes could have three-peated if not for that funny ass call in the AFC Championship game. I remember that. The Phantom offsides call. I remember that. It was actually two calls. So if we see something like that, who the hell knows what'll happen? As far as what True the King was saying about, and you're right, Todd Bowles is a hell of a defensive coordinator, Michael James. But when he was in New York, they act like he was chopped liver. Whenever a black whenever a black coordinator becomes a head coach, he's just a bum all of a sudden. But he can be a coordinator. That's another narrative. But you're right, he's a hell of a defensive coordinator. But yeah, man, like when it comes to that list you were talking about, Shooter King with Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, I agree with DJ. Deshaun Watson is probably the closest, but just looking at quarterback play, they're not that close when it comes to arm technique, strength, and all of it. They're really not that close. Like DJ said, what makes them close is Deshaun overall has more tools overall. But Lamar, man, what do you think about Lamar being on that list, DJ?
Lamar actually, believe it or not, Lamar Jackson has a good arm. It may not be like Patrick. It's not Patrick Mahomes. But if you watch him from Louisville and all these other places, he has a good arm. He has a strong arm. Here's the problem with the Ravens, and no one will talk about it. You know, old media won't talk about it. Lamar Jackson does not have a number one receiver. He has miniature. He has a speedy receiver that played for my favorite college, Oklahoma. Antonio Brown's cousin. What's his name again?
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown. he should not be your number one receiver at all.
Facts.
So if I'm the Ravens, I'm trading up to get Devontae Smith or one of those big size receivers, or you could go on free agency and do it, but or trade. They got to get a number one receiver. Because could you imagine?
DJ, let me ask you this before
Yeah.
you finish that. Have you heard the reports about the Ravens offensive players being mad that they won't allow Lamar to throw the ball and that they run the ball too much?
I think I heard it earlier in the season, actually. A couple of times, anonymous sources.
Right.
There was some bickering. Like True the King said, none of these receivers can create separation on the Ravens. Exactly. I had a Shine tell me that, Lamar Jackson got speedy receivers. He just can't get through the ball. I said, number one, they have a run-centric offense. They got to open the playbook more.
For real.
I've seen Lamar Jackson played in the spread offense, dishing the ball to his receivers. But you got to do more than just run all the time.
Right.
This is 2021. Spread it out. Be creative. Can you imagine if you go empty, right? An empty shotgun, right? 4 receiver sets. You got a running back there to chip on the block. You got options, run pass option. You mean to tell me that's not lethal with Lamar's running ability? So if you sell on the run, you're going to get hit with the play action. You can give it to your number one receiver, touchdown. That's really what the Ravens got to do.
Facts.
Like the Ravens play an offense. They were doing like a pistol type of offense, kind of like a college offense with the pistol. And I know that Lamar Jackson can run, but he's not a bad thrower. He may not be top 5 in thrower, but he's at least top 15 in throwing, which is good. And you add the running ability, game over.
Brother, you bring up such a great point, man. When he was at Louisville, he was slinging that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just so awful to see how they neuter these brothers when they get to the league, man. And I remember a report dropped this week or last week talking about the other offensive players being frustrated with it. But I remember a game earlier this year where Lamar was screaming, "Let's throw the ball." So he has to know that they're trying to keep him from passing the ball because they don't have the faith in him. They got to get a guy some weapons. I agree with you. I think Devontae Graham will be long gone. I don't think they'll trade up for him. But they got to do something.
He said
not Devontae Graham, my bad. Not Tay-Bay. Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
We talk about Tay-Bay so much. I call Devontae. I call the Slim Reaper Papa Smurf. My bad, man.
Exactly, man. It's all good, man. Tay-Bay's been so annoying this year, man. We'll accidentally just talk about him.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, man. That's sad, man. Rainley Sanchez says, I'd like to see Jalen Hurts in the Patriots. To be honest, I thought you guys were going to trade up for him. That would have been great for the Pats. They should have done that. Brett Law says, can you imagine if Lamar Jackson had Tyreek Hill? Oh my God. They would have went far. They would have went far. You can't really stop offense like that.
Yeah, DJ, that would be monster, man.
Rainley Sanchez says Mahomes with DK Metcalf would have been lethal. Actually, there was a chance that they could have drafted him. Just like other teams, they passed on him. Can you imagine if they would have just took a flyer on DK? Oh my God.
It would have been, bro.
A cheat code.
That's another thing about Mahomes that's impressive. Even though at his levels to football, even though Tyreek Hill is a great receiver, and he's going to be a Hall of Fame receiver, he's not a big receiver. He's not a possession receiver. He can move the chains, but if you put bodies on him,
and you're able to bracket him and he can't get the ball in his hands, it neutralizes that jump ball effect. You know what I'm saying? So Mahomes really doesn't have that kind of receiver. Y'all are absolutely right. And when you're throwing to smaller targets, moving in the open field, is a testament to his accuracy, and that's one of the testaments to Brady too. Because when he was in New England, he was throwing to a lot of slot guys. I know he's happy as hell right now to have Mike Evans.
Facts, man. It makes a world of difference. If I'm the Ravens, if I really care about my quarterback, I'm doing everything in my power to get him a number one receiver and to transform the offense. If they really care about him. If not, I'm sure other teams would love to have a Lamar Jackson on their team. So we'll see what happens, man. But the NFL, in today's NFL, you got to have a couple of things. You got to have a D tackle to shore up the run, offensive line, preferably left tackle, quarterback, shutdown corner, and a number one receiver. That's if you want to win a Super Bowl.
Facts.
Without that, you won't win a championship. Look at my team, the Dallas Cowboys. We got Dak Prescott, right? We got Zeke, even though he's out of shape, looking like he 240. But we don't have it.
Yeah,
We don't
Zeke
have.
over, man.
Yeah, Zeke is. I made a video a while ago. Zeke is just out of there. He's out of there, bro. Zeke is out of shape. He doesn't even break tackles anymore. He just plays like a athlete that when you get that bag, like I don't have to accomplish anything.
So you think he got comfortable?
Yeah, it got comfortable. And if you live, anyone that's from Texas, especially that lives outside of Dallas, a lot of the Dallas Cowboy players live in Frisco, Texas, one of the best suburbs in America. Like they're getting pampered out there. They're living close to resorts and stuff. And you see why the Dallas Cowboys don't win championships. Not only bad coaches and suspect defense, but they don't have any dogs on that team at all.
Yeah, the Cowboys, man. Oh man, I got a love-hate relationship with the Cowboys, man. Growing up, I was a 49ers fan, Falcons fan, 49ers fan. And we used to always have the rivalry with the Cowboys. But since they got Dak Prescott, I really root for the Cowboys. I want to see Dak succeed. I want to see Amari Cooper succeed and other members of the team. And it just looks like when you just look at that team, man, you say to yourself, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they really should be a perennial playoff team. So
Right.
it's got to be what you're saying, DJ. But you're right, man. Ezekiel Elliott has fallen off of a cliff, and the Dallas Cowboys could have had Derrick Henry. Shame on you. Shame on you. I thought Derrick Henry was the better back going into the draft. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm glad you said that.
I always felt like Ezekiel Elliott had a chip on his shoulder. I remember one more thing, DJ. His last year at Ohio State, the year after they won the championship, they were losing games that they shouldn't have lost. And it was times where Zeke wasn't showing up to practice and things of that nature, and he ended up getting suspended. That was the red flag for me for Ezekiel Elliott. When did it come for you?
It came for me when it was on the field, of course. There was a play. They're running fourth and one. I think this is against the Giants. He ran the ball so uninspired. I knew then. I said, man, this player don't want it. Why do we even pay people? You know, I want brothers to get paid. But if you're gonna be lazy like that, I'd rather you play on another team and to see that crap. In 2016, I was telling Cowboys fans through these blogs and streams, I said, draft Jalen Ramsey at 4 and get Derrick Henry in the second round. We could have got him. The Cowboys went with a running back. in the first round, top 5 in today's NFL in a pass happy league. And then got Jalen Smith, a linebacker who just whiffs on tackles. This is my team, the Dallas freaking Cowboys. And they're a mess, man. I feel bad for Dak.
Well, okay, DJ, hold on, man.
Wait, 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 wait,
I
wait.
gotta talk.
I
I
see
gotta
something.
talk you off the cliff. I gotta talk you off the cliff. Is this true? Is this confirmed? The JJ Redick and Lonzo thing, or is this just him saying that?
Bro,
So somebody
is
confirmed
this true?
that's true. Man, so yeah, somebody get the confirmation, man. We about to call your cap facts, man. Ah, man.
Oh, he said, nah, he just being a fan. Man, when y'all say these trades gonna happen, y'all let us know it happens.
Right.
Nova got mad, man. He said, "Oh, y'all got me."
Straight up, man. Like y'all are like the tick. Y'all ever seen the ticker on Sports Center? Y'all are like the ticker on ESPN. So if something comes up on the screen and me and DJ having a conversation and is breaking news, y'all are a part of new media. Y'all are helping us stay afloat and abreast of what's going on. DJ, I gotta talk you off the cliff real quick, bro. I mean, your team ain't in that much of a shambles. Y'all should be able to make the playoffs next year when Dak gets back. You got CeeDee Lamb, you got Amari Cooper. Yeah, Zeke is over the hill, but I mean, he's still an above average when he's motivated running back. I think you guys should be a playoff team next year.
We'll see. I have my team going 10-6. And I know our conference is quote unquote weak. I think the conference will be better. I think Washington will be better. The Giants actually have a great defense. They just got a terrible offense. And the Eagles, I don't know where the Eagles going. If they trying to start wins, good luck with that crap. You ain't gonna be winning much.
Facts.
But the Dallas Cowboys, man, they got to at least get that defense at least to what, top 15 in the NFL. And I think that'll be enough.
Yo, do you feel how do you feel about Diggs, the cornerback from Alabama? Were you happy with his progression during the season for the Cowboys?
Yeah. Yeah. And I have to say this because I know a lot of people, you're an Alabama fan and you realize a lot of fans will shit on Alabama players just to spite their fans. And earlier in the season, he had rookie mistakes. But if you look at the film, the Cowboys' safeties are so terrible. It's like he's on an island by himself. And then when the Cowboys made a change at safety, they got this guy from A&M. I forgot his name. But Diggs showed promise. Actually, Diggs led in interceptions by a cornerback on our team.
That's a rookie.
Yeah, as a rookie. He's a steal. He's one of the best draft picks we've made besides CeeDee Lamb, of course, in years. I really mean that. We got a steal, man, at Diggs. Diggs may be the best Alabama corner to come out in years, especially when he hits his potential.
Facts. Yeah, I'm trying to think of Alabama corners that actually panned out, and I really can't think of one. They moved Minka to safety, so you might be right.
He's the best Alabama corner talent-wise since I think his name is Langholm. That won it for all my college football.
Oh, from Florida, who had the interception against Florida.
Yeah. Remember that that Alabama team in 1992 that won it all, that upset at Miami in a championship?
Yep.
Yeah,
Antonio
that cornerback. Yeah, Antonio Langholm. Best corner since him. That's what I think.
Yeah, Diggs got it all, man. He got it all. He's a long corner. He's tall. He's got great speed, and he has great ball skills because he came to Alabama as a wide receiver. Actually, they moved him to cornerback his second year at Alabama. So he's really a receiver playing cornerback. So he's gonna play that ball.
He sure is, and I'm so glad that the Dallas Cowboys drafted him. It's going to pay off. All the Cowboys got to do is get a safety. They never want to pay for safety. I looked at Diggs, and I felt bad earlier in the season. I'm like, this is a talented rookie, but where are the safeties? They're missing assignments. I mean, it was terrible for him. But what you saw from Diggs later in the season was strength, mental strength. He always made plays for the Cowboys, and he's our shutdown corner.
Well, as a Cowboys fan, I got one more question for you as far as the draft, because I was just thinking about this. You a Texas man, so you know what I'm saying. You want to keep it in the home state. If Jalen Waddle was on the board right there, do you get him and let him play your slot your first year between Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb?
Brother, we need defenses really bad. The only way that happens if we traded a Gallup for some defensive.
Yeah, I still got Gallup.
Yeah, we still got Gallup.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the only offensive players that they'll probably get if it's in the area, try to find a way to get Penei Sewell, but he may go really high, or Kyle Pitts, the tight end Florida.
Florida. Yeah,
that's a bad man.
Yeah.
They say he may be better than Kelsey.
I believe it. He got more speed.
Yeah, I've never seen. If you watch this Alabama defense, all year they've been shutting down receivers. And this tight end in the SEC championship, Kyle Pitts destroyed them.
Yeah, like he was killing them on the seams and them jump balls. I saw it.
Yeah, he was. But besides that, the Cowboys should stick to defense in the whole draft. The whole draft, because our defense in the NFL was last place.
How much is that coaching? Because the year before y'all had made so much of a jump defensively. I feel like for y'all to fall off that bad. First off, whose idea was it to hire Mike McCarthy?
Oh, that was Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, he only hires yes man.
See, that's the problem. I don't think it's the players on defense. Y'all got a lot of young talent on defense. I love those two linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can always have more help with the pass rush, but how do y'all go from being such a good defense the year before to now just falling off a cliff? I think that's coaching.
Yeah, that is coaching, and hopefully the Falcons head coach, what's his name again? The former Falcons head coach,
Dan Quinn. He is Dan horrible, Quinn. Awful, booty dude, booty, butt cheeks, trash juice. He is trash. Your defense will be trash. Like, he's horrible. He runs a cover 3. He doesn't know how to run anything else but the Seattle cover 3, and the league figured that out 5 years ago. And he will not make an adjustment. So I don't know what the hell that was about.
That's crazy. Pray for my Cowboys, man.
Now, it's gonna be up to your offense, brother. It's gonna be up to your offense. It's gonna be up to Dak. Zeke coming back in shape. Amari Cooper being healthy. CeeDee Lamb taking a jump. And it's gonna be on your slot receiver to be able to beat one-on-one coverage, because they're gonna bracket Amari and they're gonna run some help to CeeDee's way. So Gallup should have a big year, and if he has a big year and Zeke comes back in shape, I think your offense is good enough, like you said, to get you to 10-6.
Exactly. And John Wick, the brother Rev, he's free to speak his mind on my show, cussing or not. You know, we try to not cuss a lot, but
booty, butt cheeks is a curse word. I didn't know. My bad, bro. I wasn't trying to offend your your morals. So my apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, that's from Boondocks if you haven't watched the show before. But thank you, Rev, for joining the show. We will do 2 more videos today, so stay tuned. Peace.